Are you a mom that is drowning in debt but doesn't have the time or energy to figure out the best strategy to pay it all off? If so, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Gabby, and I started this YouTube channel back when I was on maternity leave, and I wanted to create a space for new moms like me to find different ways to pay off their debt and find financial independence as I'm doing myself. So, as I started this journey, I quickly noticed that your emotional and financial health are very much connected. So, I know the struggle of juggling your mental stress that comes with being a mom and wanting to create a better life for yourself and for your family. And I also do understand that sometimes your financial stress can make your mental and emotional state seem a lot worse than it really needs to be. So I'm going to make this video as quick as possible because I'm respectful of your time. And I hope that this video helps you make better financial decisions and in turn help you feel less stressed and have a more fulfilling life with your family. But as always, just a reminder, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a mom trying to help other moms. Okay, so now that we got all of that covered, let's get to it. So you probably have heard about the snowball and the avalanche methods. So in this video, we're going to go over the two and we're going to help you decide what's the best method for you. So let's start with the snowball method. So in this method, your goal is to pay off your smallest debt first. And then once that debt is paid off, you use that money towards your next smallest debt. And then you keep going like this until all of your debt is paid off. Now, this method does not take into account the interest rates on your loans or debt. So just keep that in mind. And this method is best for motivation and quick wins. And there are studies that show that the snowball method actually works because of this quick wins. So anytime that you pay off your debt, no matter how small it is, you get a psychological boost that keeps you motivated to keep going. But I do need to emphasize that this method does not take into consideration any interest rates on any debt. So let's say you're the type of person that have over $50,000 of credit card debt, then this method might not be the best one for you just because the interest rate on your bigger loan, the bigger debt, is so high that while you're focusing on paying off your smaller debt first, the interest on your bigger debt will increase so much, so fast, that the dollar amount for all that interest that you're paying might actually be higher than the dollar amount that you're focusing on paying it off. So in the long run, you're going to be losing money and it's just going to take you longer to pay off all of your debt. So with that being said, let's move on to the avalanche method. So in this method, you will list out all of your debt by interest rate. So you will have the highest interest rate first and then move down to the lowest interest rate. So in this method, you will pay the minimum payment for all of your debt except for the one with the highest interest rate. And then once you pay that highest interest rate off, you're going to move on to your next debt with the next highest interest rate and keep going like that. So this method is best for people that are looking to save the most in the long run. And this method tends to help you pay off your debt actually faster than the snowball method. But of course, you have to make sure that you stay motivated and disciplined to stick to it. But because you're not going to have those quick wins as often as you would in the snowball method, it's very easy to just give up and just pay the minimum payment on everything and live life. Now, there's a different type of method called the debt consolidation method. So in this method, you will combine all of your debt into one big loan with one big dollar amount and one interest rate. And you can do this by taking a personal loan, having a balance transfer, or opening a debt consolidation loan. So this method is best for people that have debt with really high interest rates, like credit card debt, because it will help you lower your interest rate this way and you will save more money and be able to pay off your debt faster. And it's also good for people that have a lot of debt, a lot of different loans and a lot of different debt, because it will help you simplify by just putting it all in one place. So these are the most well-known methods to pay off your debt, but of course there are different ways that you can pay off your debt, like getting a second job and using all of that income towards your debt. But of course, I know that as a mom, who really has time to work a second job? So, but you can also start an Etsy shop, start a YouTube channel, start a TikTok channel. All of that could help you make money, and you could use that income towards your debt as well. But of course, all of those things take time for you to actually start earning money. And I also want to add that you don't have to stick to one method your whole entire debt-free journey. You could start, if you have really high interest, you could start with the avalanche method, and then once you are done with the really high interest, you can move on to the snowball method. Or if you have a lot of credit card debt, you can start with the debt consolidation and then move on to the avalanche or snowball. You don't have to stick to one method in your whole debt free journey. But the most important step is to start, and start now, start today. Stop wasting your time pushing it off for next week, next month, next year. The more time you're waiting, the more money you're wasting on interest. So start today. And as always, I hope that you like this video. And if you did, feel free to hit like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. I'm here for you. I'm sending you all the positive energy to pay off your debt and find the financial freedom that you need to have a better life with your family. And I'll see you at the next one.